I was already sold when it came to Donkey Kong Bonanza, but I'm even more sold by this direct because, man, the fact that even Pauline's coming back again because they just love Pauline, honestly. Like, they're really trying to push Pauline as the next big thing, like Kids Rosalina, or when Daisy popped out and all that stuff. It's typical, whenever there's a new princess, they tend to, like, I would say, go crazy with it. But still, it's kind of shocking how we're almost getting, like, an origin story when it comes to Pauline and how things are. And it makes me kind of think about how the original Mario Bros., or I think it was called Donkey Kong, I think. It was just called Jumpman. I can't remember the title, but I'm talking about the old school OG arcade version of Donkey Kong. I think it's just called Donkey Kong because, yeah, I don't know why my mind just blanked, but welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about a little bit of Donkey Kong, as I already talked about a little bit because I jumped ahead and not do my intro, but it doesn't matter because you're here for Donkey Kong and I'm here for Donkey Kong. We're all here for Donkey Kong. We want to go bananas. Bananas. Anyway, it doesn't matter. So, we got information that obviously Pauline is actually that little purple gem thing. That kind of explains why I was singing a lot, because I want to know, like, does that mean all of these little rock crystal things are all, like, actual humans or something, or just trapped beings? I don't know, it's just kind of weird. Like, I literally blinked and I just saw a Pauline just came out of nowhere. Well, not nowhere, but obviously from the actual gem, and I was like, wait, what? This whole time it was Pauline and they just masterfully just hid that under our noses. That was kind of funny, but I did enjoy that they kept that hidden and secret until now, because it did make this direct even more worth watching it because of that. I'm generally a big Pauline fan in a sense. Like, I actually don't mind Pauline. I generally did like her when we first saw her in Mario Odyssey. And it's nice that she's getting almost like an origin story, which, wow, I don't know, they're just really going crazy, Pauline, like I said. So, that's cool. You also have, obviously, the actual game itself. We got some more things showing off, like how you can use certain materials that are soft to make like almost a platform in a sense, which, honestly, that was probably Nintendo's worst mistake, because now I'm just going to spend a good chunk of hours just doing random creations of little platforms for no reason. That's just me, because I just do the most weirdest of things in games. So that's kind of cool. We also have, the fact that, the villains for the story, which I probably am jumping ahead, but I did want to cover this, which I do find funny. The Void Company, guys, I did not make a company like this that are taking over the world and trying to steal the bananas. Trust me, I would never do such a thing. Like, come on guys, you think I'm gonna do that? Come on, it just doesn't make sense. But yes, the Void Company, and you have ourselves, I think, what is it, Grumpy Kong or something like that, Poppy Kong, and then you got Void Kong. I think those are the names of each character. Again, I actually do like the designs of all of them. They do seem interesting. I know people's going crazy over Poppy Kong, and I'm like, what's so appealing? But you know what, we don't question that, because the same thing happened when Snipper Clips released, and I still don't get that. That will always rattle my brain. But yeah, that's actually pretty cool. I think having them be the villains does make it feel refreshing, because when I think of villains, I don't really, like, there's not really enough good villains, so I'm hoping that these villains will be as memorable as time moves on as King K. Rool is, because as it stands for Donkey Kong, when it comes to villains, he's the only one. I guess you could say the same thing when it comes to Mario. You think of Bowser instantly and not really anyone else. Yeah, I guess you do think of some of the other ones, but even I'm like blank when it comes to Mario villains and stuff like that. So again, it is cool that we are getting some new fresh faces for Donkey Kong to tangle with. I do like that a lot. I generally do like how we are getting almost like boss fights that are really crazy. And the second thing is, or third technically, because we talked about only, and now we're talking about, well, we talked about the villains, is transformations. Yeah, so something that I actually kind of find crazy is that Donkey Kong could actually transform now. So instead of relying on animal friends and all that stuff like he normally does, like no, wait, I can't, is that? I can't remember the rhino's name, but basically in Donkey Kong Country Returns, or Donkey Kong Country, you have obviously the rhino that you use and the dolphin, the little thing. Basically a lot of animals that you use in the game, but it seems like you'll just be transforming into those type of animals. I think you got like a zebra, you have obviously Donkey Kong, you know, like an ape. So you have all those things. And it's like, oh, okay, that's actually pretty wild, pretty bonkers too, because I wasn't expecting something along those lines. But again, I'm more down for it. It's very new. Like I thought they was gonna play it safe, but they actually are mixing things up a heck of a lot with this game. So I'm really impressed by what I'm seeing when it comes to all of these little transformations and stuff like that. So yeah, I do look forward to. At the back of my mind too, I'm thinking, wow, this is really great. I wonder if they'll include that for a new Smash game. Anytime I see any of these like Nintendo IPs get like some big upgrade for their gameplay and stuff like that, I'm thinking, hey, that could be cool. Like it's the same thing that's rattling my brain when it comes to Metroid. I'm like, Samus, you got some sort of psychic powers. Maybe you can use that for Smash, maybe. I don't know. It's just some things that just go through my mind. But yeah, we've got a few other things. You also have the return when it comes to these, I guess, 2D platforming sort of moments. It kind of reminds me of Sonic Frontiers with its, I guess, cyberspace. I can't remember what it's called, but it's kind of giving me those vibes, which I'm alright with as long as it's done correctly. But I'm not too worried about that because this is just a very big, ambitious Donkey Kong game, so I'm not expecting too much. There was a few other things, like obviously the amiibos and stuff like that, but it's interesting. Like, I'm just shocked how Pauline's actually the little purple gem thing. That's kind of rattled my brain the most, but that's pretty cool, honestly. And she's actually talking full English sentences, which I find weird because I'm like not used to basically characters being voice acted. I mean, I know King K. Rool was in the original, so I don't know why I'm saying that like it's a new evolution of the series, but it's just kind of crazy to hear someone else also talk. Again, my memory for Donkey Kong is kind of also quite blurred because I'm like, I really want to go back playing all of them, but not all of them is on the actual, you know, NSO service. N64, cough cough. But yeah, that's fine. But I think that rounds up for most of what happened, or the things that occurred in this direct I wanted to talk about quickly. So if you did enjoy this video, make sure to like the video and comment down below what's your favorite thing from this direct and what are you looking forward to when it comes to Donkey Kong Bananza. Is it the characters? Is it Pauline? Is it I know these little crystal gem things? Is it the lore? Tell me in the comment section below, and without further ado, I'm going to leave it here. So peace out guys, and have a beautiful day.